morning guys, welcome to another episode of our Vietnam holiday. Today we're having a not so nice intro for a reason, and that's because if you hear that, it's actually raining. However, we did manage to get breakfast because there's actually a kebab shop right downstairs from our hotel. So let's see what we got. So here we got our kebab. As you can see inside, we got some nice delicious vegetables, and then the bottom you can see some pork. Very nice. I'm gonna eat this and I'll see you guys later. As you can see, it's still slightly drizzly, except most of the rain is gone, so it's clear skies, but it's still kind of wet. So we bought our breakfast because this is Korean bun, and basically they sell noodles. So this is what we got. This is crab and fish noodle soup, and it's really nice and warm, and it's a really nice and cold day, so it's a great thing to have. So what we got here is some crab cake and fish soup. It's a little bit different because it has more side stuff to it. Like for instance, this is like the crab. This is like the fish cake. And yeah, it looks very nice. So guys, we've finished with our breakfast. So right now we're just gonna continue exploring Hanoi, and I'll show you guys what we're gonna do next. Alright guys, welcome to the Trail Kwok Su Temple. And it's a really old temple in Hanoi. Let's go look around. Once you go through the gates, you can see the magnificent temple, from the roof to the walls to the amazing carvings on the doors. And if you go inside, there's even more of those things, except with finer detail. So once you go inside, you can see all these beautiful wooden carvings and all these like intricate details with Chinese words and beautiful statues of the Buddha. Alrighty guys, welcome to Hanoi Notre Dame. And basically, it's actually called the Notre Dame. It's modeled like the actual Notre Dame, but this is like a smaller scale version, and yeah. Alright guys, welcome to the Hoa Lo Prison, or the Maison Centrale. As you can see, this is the entrance to it, and inside is the prison, and basically it's the Vietnamese war prison. So this is where they kept the POWs, and we're gonna go check it out. So as you can see, we got our tickets, and now we can actually enter the Hoa Lo Prison, or as it was called, the Hilton Hanoi by US pilots who were arrested. So we can actually go in now. So as soon as you enter, this is the first thing you see. This is the information desk. You can ask about things about the prison. And then this is the gift shop. And once you're done with that, you can actually continue through the prison. So this is the prison itself. Now we can actually go to exhibition and check out what is there to see. So back in the day, this place was originally Hoa Lo Village. But when the French came, they kicked everyone out, moved all the buildings, and destroyed 2 pagodas, so they can build this prison and their quarters. And this room is basically showing about what the Hoa Lo village originally looked like. As you can see, there are vases, pictures, and some writings too. As you can see, this is a map of when it was before the French came. As you can see, this was the village that was like surrounded by a river. It had some fortresses, houses, some farms. And the prison was actually right here. So So back in the day, this prison, the Hoa Lo Prison, was the biggest of its kind in Indochina. So it's incredibly big, as you can tell. As you can see, but this room is actually for talking about how this prison was built and what type of materials are used to build it. Back in the day, it was originally meant for normal prisoners, but it was repurposed during the Vietnamese War to capture POWs. So this room over here actually talks about how some food in prison was made and how it actually killed more prisoners than they should have. And that's because some of the rice had parasites and some of them were old, and they used to serve meat too, but the meat were usually expired or just very thin. So a lot of prisoners died from parasites and diseases. So this here is a list of how some prisoners died in 1920, and most of them died from persistent fever or cholera, and a lot of them died from diarrhea too, which I never heard of, but yeah. So this is one of the cells. As you can see, they didn't have proper beds, but instead they had like these sort of wooden stages, and then there were shackles that they put their feet on, and then they just lie down there for the rest of the day. And if you look over here, you can see a toilet. It doesn't look like one, but basically you squat over it and then you poo, and then you take the bucket out and clean it out. So this here is the cut shot, also known as Hell of the Hell. And it's basically like they are sort of solitary confinement, and basically they were shut off from all sorts of things. They weren't fed and they weren't given necessary like appliances like toilets and stuff. So welcome to the courtyard. This is the courtyard, and this is where most prisoners come to talk, discuss prison matters and all sorts of things. The most important part of this courtyard is the almond tree. The almond tree was a very useful thing when it was in prison. Their branches could be used as pen holders and pencils and many other things like flutes and instruments. The almonds as well are pretty useful as they can cure diarrhea, which, as you saw just now, was quite a problem in the prison. And they sat under this tree talking about political matters and stuff like that. So if you continue further down this courtyard, you'll see these many pictures. As you can see, like they all show different scenes in the prison and how they were. So this here is an underground sewer pipe. On the night of December 24th, 1951, the whole low death sentence political prisoners escaped through this underground sewer. 5 of them succeeded and rejoined the resistance base to continue fighting. As you can see, if you look through the side, you can see grills that have been cut. So you can tell. I'm not sure how any of them managed to fit through this hole. It's so tiny. So this here is a diorama of how the So this is a diorama about how the prisoners actually escaped through the sewers. As you can see, this prisoner over here is trying to get out from the sewers. File. So this here was the old entrance to the courtyard. As you can see, it looks very nice, and since they were French, they had many beautiful gardens and decorations. However, it was destroyed because someone wanted to build an apartment. But too bad. I think it's probably going to be haunted now because this place is scary. And this here is a diorama of the prison cells that we saw just now. You can see those prisoners are getting beaten up, and that guy in the background is spraying water on them. And now we're going through another courtyard to get to the other exhibition, which is on the other side. In the second block of this building, this is actually where the female communist prisoners were actually kept. As you can see, the rooms were actually way smaller and they didn't get nearly as enough food, so a lot of them died here. So since the women had children and they actually let the women keep the children, in their cell with them. So in this mighty room there stands the French guillotine, because French staff and French prison, so the best way to kill them is using French methods. So why not use the French guillotine? So this room talks about how these are death row prisoners and some of them even get punched to death by the jailers. So this block here is the death row block, and basically these cells were for the death row prisoners, which is why it's in the same building with the guillotine. So this here is the 13th cell. On the December of 1943, Comrade Dan Chang Nang Ning was arrested a second time as was confined here, and he escaped again on the March of 1945. It doesn't go all the way down because sadly it was cut off for more construction and things. So this place is the last place of the exhibition and basically talks about the day when the war ended. So basically, the Vietnamese people seized control of the government on the August of 1945. And on September 2nd, at the Ba Dinh Square, President Ho Chi Minh declared Vietnamese independence, giving birth of Democratic Republic of Vietnam. However, soon after, French colonists came back to invade. So basically, the French colonists were determined to turn Hanoi into a mighty military base. And during that time, they mixed all their French influences around Hanoi, which is why you see a lot of French food, French buildings around the place, because at that time all the houses were burned down and destroyed. So why not just build a few more new ones in French style? Yay! As you can see here, this old courtyard, which was turned into a memorial ground, has many carvings on the wall of prisoners. And over here on this side we can see an altar with joss sticks and offerings, praying to those who have died in this prison. So this here is a new block, and this block is an exhibition about the American War. So basically the war that the Americans lost against the Vietnamese. During the American War, a lot of conventions were actually added to the list, and some of them were not torturing POWs. So a lot of these POWs were actually treated with proper care, and they weren't tortured. So they had a pretty good life in this prison compared to the ones of the Vietnamese Revolutionary War. So because of that, a lot of things were more free. So since the prison was a bit more friendly at the time, they actually named it the Hanoi Hilton, because they named it after the Hilton Hotel, which was from America. Because the hospitality there was very much appreciated by them. As you can see, they are allowed to go to church, have wonderful dinners, and even this. Because in that time, when the war was over and when they were released, you can see this photo here. They were actually all given souvenirs of a picture painting of Hanoi's Temple Literature Gate to bring home to their country on 1973 when they were released. So as you can tell, it was actually very friendly at the time, although there was still kept in prison. The next one is actually talking about more serious notes about why the war was started. So basically, there was a North and South at the time, and because of that, America wanted it all to be free from communism, and so they launched air raids, which bombed down most of Hanoi and destroyed many churches and pagodas. So once you've gone through the American War exhibit, you can go up the stairs to the second floor to check out another one. So this upstairs area has actually gone back to the Vietnamese Revolutionary War. So it's back to the old prison that used to beat the absolute crap out of your prisoners. See, remember just now the old almond tree? Yeah, they actually cut out a piece up and put it on the museum here, and this is because the tree was actually used to hide documents and secrets of intel. Since this place was sarcastically called Hilton Hanoi, mainly because of its accommodations and its warm lifestyle and its peaceful life, because the prison was basically untouched, because since they were POWs and they couldn't launch bombs on the prison, because that would kill everyone, including their own soldiers, they had a very nice time since, they had all this partying and great stuff to do, like billiards and darts. Yeah, they actually had a lot of great stuff to do in the prison. So it was essentially like sort of a nice warm place to be during the war. So this wall over here is talking about some of the famous airplane pilots from America that have been kept here. But there's this one special one I found quite interesting. So this is a person named Jack R. Trimble, and basically he was shot down during the war, and they were very sarcastic because, you know, Hilton Hanoi and all that stuff. So on December 2012, on the 40th anniversary of the Hanoi Dien Bien Phu in the air, which is like the war, he came to visit Vietnam, and he was wished to find the Vietnamese pilot who shot down his plane. And a thank you note from his mother, who said, "I'd like to thank the Vietnamese pilot who shot my son's aircraft but did not kill him. They did find him, and he thanked him." So since we've done visiting the prison, we're gonna go around, continue walking, and the next place we're gonna head to is the French quarters of Hanoi. So this is a famous road all the way to the French quarters, and there's actually a slight difference, not gonna lie, quite a big difference between this avenue and the normal ones that's like, I don't know, near a hotel. And that is because this is like a French quarters. They're all French designs. So as you can see, they got nice big wide roads for pedestrians and street lamps and trees along the way to decorate the park. It's very nice. So since the French also built this avenue, there are a lot of French buildings, like for instance this one and that one. They all have different French building designs. So this is the French quarters, basically just this area alone. Yeah, any place with huge streets, wonderful roadside decorations like lamps, power boxes decorated with flowers, and just street lamps in general with beautiful patterns. Yeah, that's probably the French promenade. And yeah, we're in the French quarters and we're here for lunch. Let's go look for some lunch. Welcome to Chopsticks Vietnamese food. This is where we decided to eat our lunch. So the first dish that has arrived is our spring roll. So we actually ate this quite a few times, and yeah. Mama, why don't you give it a try?
Yeah. I suppose must dip in the sauce. Oh, very nice.
Nom. Next up on our list is our second and third. So here, as you can see, we got the special banh mi. This is a family recipe. So I think there's some pork in here with some vegetables and some sauce. Very nice. So me and my dad are eating these. They're very nice. The next thing is kimchi fried rice with fried egg. Very yum. So this is our next item. This is our vegetable fried rice with fried egg. So the next thing that we have is chicken pho. So it must be very nice. Try it out, Mama. The noodles must be good. Alright, so we're done with our lunch. What a great lunch it is. And look at it. That's Hon Kim Lake. We went here the other day. It's the place with the temple on the island with the red bridge. We're coming back here tonight, but for now, let's continue traveling to the French quarters. There's a lot of places and cafes along this French street. One of them is Scoops, and wow, it's a pretty big place. A lot of people are eating ice cream here. Wow, it's McDonald's. Probably there's one here in Vietnam. McDonald's never actually really took off in Vietnam because of certain reasons, so they're really rare. There are only like a few stalls all over Vietnam. And there's one right here. Wow. Holy, what is this? Trang Thien Plaza? Wow, it's huge. And look at all the different stalls. They have Dior, Louis Vuitton, Rolex. What? Wow. So guys, welcome to one of the most expensive shopping mall in Vietnam. They got all your big brands: Louis Vuitton, Cartier, Chanel, Kenzo. Oh my god, they even have a door opener. Left the mall, time for some ice cream. Yay! Yay, we got ice cream. I got a chocolate one. What do you have, Dad? Wow. It almost feels like we're actually in France because all these things, most of them are modeled after real buildings. Like this one is the Vietnam Opera House. Looks pretty cool, eh? Wait, is that a Jeep too? What? Look over there, you can see the actual Hilton Hotel. So yeah, we're just gonna be walking around this area, also known as the French Quarters. So yeah, the reason why it's all Frenchy is because I've already explained it's all been bombed down during the war. So the French came in and just swooped in and fixed up all these roads, put in a lot more new buildings, all in their own style. Which is why you would feel like you're actually in Paris. Except without the Eiffel Tower, of course. So right now we're just walking down and around, up and down the street of the French Quarters. And right here is the real Hilton Hotel of Hanoi. So yeah, this is the Vietnam Opera House. As you can see the wonderful flag, the beautiful French sort of designs and carvings on the sides, the windows, and look at the balcony, very nice. So right now we're just walking around, and this is the bank. And if you, yeah, this is the Vietcom Bank. This is one of the main banks of Hanoi. As you can see, it's quite grand, very big. And if I remember, I think I saw a picture of Ho Chi Minh's face on top, like right there, but it's not there right now. So this is Noi Qui Park. As you can see, a lot of people are just sitting down, resting, reading a book, playing games. It's very fun. As you can tell, we're just resting here because we've been walking quite a long way. Well, yeah, it's quite a peaceful place, a lot of greenery, watching cars and motorcycles go by. Alright guys, look, we're back at the lake again. And wow, today isn't foggy, so we can actually see the lake. Look, there's the old temple on that little island there. Then we continue to the right. We can see the temple, the other temple, and the red bridge. So right now we actually want to go back to where the temple is, or around where the bridge is, so we can just walk around the marketplace, just enjoy, sit down for a while, drink some coffee or something. Ah, what a nice view. You can see the temple, you can see the bridge. Very nice view. So we just decided to eat at Loteria for dinner, as you can see. So yeah, let's go see what we ordered. So the first thing we got is some ordinary fries. And then after that we got a plate of fried chicken. And then after that we got a bag of cheesy fries. So the next thing we got is mozzarella sticks. As you can see, Mom, why don't you give it a try? Mozzarella Good? Wow. Alright, so we're done with dinner, and right next door is the Thang Water Puppet Theater. And basically, I will actually explain it to you later when we watch the show. But if you didn't know, they have the Asia Book of Records for the longest duration for the water puppetry performance in the world. I mean, in Asia lah. Let's go in and see what it is. So, welcome to the puppet theater. I am here recording on my phone. So, let's enjoy this show. was a great show. It was very nice. And since we're done, now we can look around, buy some souvenirs. Now we can look at this. This wall over here is full of their old puppets that they used to use last time, but they've been replaced. Alright, so we are done with that. That was a very wonderful show. I hope you enjoyed it too. It was quite nice. Even though it was only an hour long, it was very nice. I very much enjoyed it. The music was great, the puppetry was great. Something I've never seen before. Cafe Din. Let's go have a cuppa. So, welcome to Cafe Din. It's another one of those secret entrance egg coffee places in Vietnam, Hanoi. Let's go and take a look at how they make it. Alright, so the first thing we got is the iced coffee with condensed milk. So, if you remember the backstory, last time they didn't have condensed milk, so they replaced it with egg coffee. But now we're just having it with the normal condensed milk. Yay!
You know how much condensed milk?
So the next thing we have is the actual egg coffee. And this one here, as you can see, has egg coffee art on it. This is some Starbucks barista level art right here. Delicious coffee. Seems that the best coffee places are just in alleyways and stuff. Well, let's get back to the hotel. Alright, and we are back in our apartment, and what a wonderful day we had. We saw water puppetry, something that I've never seen before. And yeah, I had a good time. My parents had a good time. Yeah, we've been to Hanoi Hilton too. Yeah. And it's time to end the video here because it's nighttime, we want to sleep, and we'll see you guys in the final episode, and that which will be tomorrow. Goodbye!